Hey lovelies, so in today's tutorial we'll be drafting out the base for this mesh corset. So I'm starting off with my basic bodies, and I already went ahead to make the extensions downwards. So right here I'm just collecting my round underbust divided by 4. So you mark whatever you have left from that point to your line, and whatever you come out with, you are going to divide it by 2, and you give the larger part to the side going to the part going to the side, and the smallest part to the part going to the center. So how I do mine is, whatever I have, let me say I have 1.5 inch left, I'll give half of an inch to the side going to the center, and I'll give 1 inch to the side going to the seam side. So from there you just connect your curve, meet it back to your nipple point. After that, you're just going to connect that point back to your normal dart leg, your initial dart leg that you already have. You're just going to connect all the points together. So after that, you can see how neat like everything is coming out. So from there, I'm going up from my chest line with 1.5 inches, depending on how like exposed you want your bustier to be. You can go up with 2 inches, 2.5. It's just left for you. So mine here, I'm using 1.5 inches, and I'm just going to rule out a short line across. So now I'm taking my separation, my bust separation, and I'm using half of an inch. So from that half inch, I'm just going to connect it back to my under bust. And note, I took my half of an inch from my nipple point or bust point, whatever you call yours, and I'm just going to take like a slight curve. So notice the way I'm placing my curved rule. I'm not using the deepest part of my curved rule to make that. So now I'm just going ahead to create my side cup, and what I normally do is I just place my curved rule to connect from my shoulder line to my under bust. So you can see in the video it's connecting from my shoulder line to my under bust. So that is what I normally do. Sometimes I measure it out, but sometimes this like works for me. So for my upper bust tightening, I'm just going in with half of an inch on both sides of my shoulder dart, and I'm going to connect that. So what you just need to understand is every corset, every bustier, they have their own kind of measurements. This half of an inch I'm taking on both sides is not standard. I like change it from time to time. So now I'm just going to connect my initial dart to my upper bust that I'm just going to connect everything to give me a nice curve. So after that, I'm just going to create my neckline. So depending on how deep you want yours to be, you just place your curve rule to give you what you want. You just make sure you are taking a look at the photo you are working with. So just place your curve. You can see me moving it from time to time just to give me what I want. Then I'm going to connect everything. So after that, I'm just going to connect my side curve, and I'm connecting it from the dart to my armhole. So just see the way I placed my curve through, and I'm connecting everything. So if you wanted a Queen Anne's neckline, you just connect it the way you see me doing like this. I was just illustrating it to my apprentice, so that is why you see the curve there. So now I'm just going to connect my waist curve to give me like that hip figure, and after that I'm going to create my bottom curve. So just the way you see me doing on the video is actually quite easy. So you can decide to use like the straight curve, or you use your normal curved part of your ruler to create that. So me, I just decided to use the curved part of my ruler, but normally I usually use the straight curve. Whichever you use is fine. So now I'm just going to do the same curve I did at my front side. So I'm just going to repeat that on my back. So now whatever I use to go up at my side front, I'm just going to measure it out and do that same thing on my side back. So after that, you're just going to tighten your back with 0.25 inch on both sides of your darts, and you connect that to your normal dart line. So you can decide to like create a straight back, but I'm just going to go down by 1.5 inch because I don't like 1.5 inch or 2 inch because I don't like my back to be like straight. So from there, I'm just going to place my ruler and connect it to give it some kind of a V shape. So after that, your back yoke is totally like up to you. You can decide to do it straight V, or you can decide to use your curved part to create some kind of a love shape, or just play around with it and you get what you want. So after that, I'm going to tighten up my yoke part to avoid like excess. So I'm using just 0.25 inch to tighten that part. So after that, we're going to create our spacing at the back to enable us to like lace the back properly. So for mine, I am using 2 inch both at the top part and the bottom parts. So you just go ahead to like indicate everything so you don't make any mistakes. So your side back, your center back, up, down, whichever parts you are going to lace, just so you don't make any mistake. So right here, I'm just tightening my under part, and I did the same thing for the front. You just take half of an inch to tighten that, yeah, like belly part, because this is going to be the extension inside your corset gown. Please, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and just stay tuned for more tutorials.